Welcome everyone to Throwback Gaming's Let's Play of By Moonlight, Part 3. Last time we helped out a skeleton who's not named Sans. And we ran into a vampire named Iris, who we're talking to right now. We're asking her questions about Hans's whereabouts. So let's jump in, shall we? What can you tell us about Hans, Iris? So where do you think Hans is right now? Probably in the library, no? You shake your head. Oh, okay, you shake your head. I was just there, and he was nowhere to be found. That nerd. Wasn't in the library. She looks disappointed. Man, we agreed to meet there to make him a new costume, though. And to fix my... She cuts herself off. I mean, anything else you want to know? Huh, I wonder what she, needed help with. Maybe it's this cape? Let's ask about her tomatoes. This is kind of off topic, but... Why do you eat your tomatoes in such a weird way? She stifles a laugh. Because I'm a vampire? Yeah. What do you give her that tomato? She would have ate us. Because everybody in this mansion wants to kill us. Lazy fangs. That's funny. Did anyone else hear that typewriter, or... You try hard not to look surprised, but fail miserably. Oh, I love it. Wait. You're a vampire? Isn't it obvious? She sucked the blood out of that tomato. She got bats in her hair. Obviously... What did you think I was? You look down. A zombie. Iris won't stop laughing. I should ask about capes. I thought vampires wore capes. She gives a long sigh. I'm all about the cape life, but... She looks down. Time for her to be embarrassed. Mine got too many stains, so... What kind of stains? This is an important question. Blood stains or food stains? She seems embarrassed. Maybe switch topics. Well, I guess that at this point, I'm just kind of confused about where I should go. I mean, so far, my only lead was a bust. You stop talking midway as you spot the cat from earlier behind one of the columns. The two of you make eye contact, and it immediately starts running. Sorry, Iris. It was nice meeting you, but I gotta run. Okay. You're already sprinting before she can finish the rest of her thought. This cat's gonna be important, or it's gonna be a trap. You were so focused on getting the cat, you lost track of where you were. Not only that, but the feline is nowhere to be seen. Drat. You start to wander off in hopes of finding a familiar face. Marrow, Iris, Joan, even Seba would be a welcome sight right now. What's wrong with Seba? I like Seba. You continue to sulk as you meander around the mansion. What a word. Until you eventually start to hear the very faint sound of someone singing. Your feet move unconsciously, and before you know it, you're standing in front of a large door. It has a rusted, metallic finish and is slightly ajar. Keep looking for the cat or open the door to listen. Well... What kind of monster sings to its victims? Comment down below if you know the answer. We're going to keep looking for the cat. You shrug and pull out the earbuds that Joan packed for you. Okay, so it looks like I picked the right choice. Although it would have been nice if she told us what she packed beforehand, but whatever. Opting in for some of your own music while you look for the cat instead. You barely start walking away when someone calls out to you. Hold on! You pause and glance behind you to let them catch up. Mind over matter. Hey, thanks for waiting for me. You're the paranormal investigator, right? That's actually the first time someone guessed that right. Yes, I am. Well, nice to meet you finally. I'm sure you're probably tired after wandering around the mansion for so long. So, why don't I try to answer your questions before you ask? I see no reason why not. Okay. Well, to start out with, my name is Myrrh, and I'm the resident siren. Yeah, you know, sings people to their death. Idle, idle. Looks very excited. And I'm going to ignore whatever that just was. As for Hans, I heard some movement in the library earlier. Yes, the library's a dead end. We've been there. Unless you count the cat. We can't find. I went inside to see if maybe he was rolling around, but there wasn't anyone there. That's pretty weird. I went there earlier as well, but all I found was a black cat. This is obviously important because it got interrupted. Your stomach grumbles loudly and Myrrh laughs softly. I guess she's... Can a siren be a man? I don't know. Usually they're depicted to be women. So maybe it's supposed to be Myrrh like mermaid, but anyways. Maybe we should take a break from finding Hans and find you some food instead. You give an embarrassed nod. Maybe it's because, okay, it is a guy. Okay, that's what I was thinking, but usually sirens are girls, but it don't matter. We don't judge here. Anyways, maybe it's because he's a siren, but you feel so relaxed while walking with Myrrh. Instead of focusing on directions, you follow his lead and just keep up the conversation. Before you know it, you reach your destination and he waves goodbye, saying he'll catch up later after his workout. You reluctantly say farewell before entering the kitchen. I wonder what kind of workout that is. Mi casa is tu casa. Yes, you. Hans. To-do list. Myrrh. Please dry off. I hate mopping the kitchen. Regards, Marrow. Gullible. I wonder why there's a gullible sign up here. And then you got the dipper over here. Interesting. Marrow sucks. LOL. We should declaw Seba. No, OMG, why? What in the world? This is so weird. You walk in on Joe eating some cookies. There's some interesting people that live here. Trash only. She quickly hides them behind her back. That's funny. Aw, long time no see. I was just looking for you. It's a very urgent matter. What, did you eat all the cookies? That's great and all, but just curious. Why is he holding a balloon? What? Who? You're kidding, right? There's literally no one else in this room with a balloon. Joan claps her hands together in realization. Oh, you mean Hans. That's funny. Hans' headless body staggers over awkwardly, hitting several chairs by accident along the way. Just curious, whose idea was it to draw a face on Hans' body balloon? Mine, of course. She seems strangely proud about this. Also, it's rude to call him Hans' body. While Hans controls his body, it's also a semi-sedent. It's semi-sedent, and it kind of has a personality of its own. So, keep track. We call his body Buddy, and the head Hans. Buddy? Because body sounds like buddy. It's Iris's idea. Good, isn't it? You get the feeling that Joan and Iris collaborate on these sorts of things often. That's funny. Okay, but back to my initial question. Why does Buddy have a balloon to begin with? Oh, well, Buddy kind of gets anxious when Hans isn't around. So the balloon was meant as a placeholder, so he can feel like he's holding up a head. Buddy attempts to nod in agreement by waving the balloon's head up and down. Oh my goodness. You nod back in support and your stomach growls loudly. Maybe we should continue the discussion over food? Sounds good to me. You nod with more enthusiasm, although the way this game's going, we're going to end up eating something poisonous and die. You nod with more enthusiasm, and Buddy takes the opportunity to go back to doodling. That's funny. She brings the plate of cookies out once more and puts it on the counter. Joan continues to eat the cookie from before as you grab one for yourself. As you bite in, the chocolate melts into your mouth. That sounds good. You feel the tension leave your body with every piece you eat. Joan remembers something and finishes her last bite before dusting her hands off. Oh, I almost forgot what I initially meant to talk to you about. You give her a questioning look. The mansion is fairly large and, well, dangerous at times, so I was thinking, yeah, I know, we almost died. Let's see. The skeleton killed us once. The vampire didn't kill us. The siren didn't kill us. The library killed us. This place is ridiculous. You swallow before responding. Yes. Or you let Siba go with this? Well, it might be a good idea to get someone to help you with the investigation. Keep in mind that everyone is equally capable. So based on your choice and how much you like or can handle spending time with them, okay? Oh, we get to pick somebody. Also, no one really does anything important around here, so pick whoever. Okay. So you're all a bunch of lazy bottoms. Okay, I see. In that case, I guess I want to hang out with... Director's note. Siba and Marrow are a joint route, so if you click either of them, you get both. Interesting. Okay, let's see. We got her, we got the vampire, we got the siren, which has blood coming out of his mouth, which is... No, that's not the siren. Who is that? Okay, let's see. We met him first. Well, we met Siba first, then we met Marrow. Then we met... maybe that's the cat. I don't know who that is. Maybe that's Hans. Who is that? I don't even know. But we're gonna go with Siba. Siba and Marrow, huh? That's funny. This should be interesting. I'll text them out to come over right now. You're texting them? I hate to sound so stereotypical here, but I kind of thought you were going to summon them with a spell. Realistically, everyone is pretty much always on their phones. Texting is way easier for me than setting up a spell anyways. As if right on cue, the kitchen door swings open. You chose me? I know, why did we choose this guy? He tried to kill us. I didn't choose you, I chose Siba. I'm so touched. Well, you and Siba. Joan coughs awkwardly. Do you want to read over Buddy's message real quick? Good idea, my bad. Someone passing by found my head. They should be heading over soon. LOL. Dark Lord. What? Buddy points to a piece of paper on the table excitedly. You read over the message fairly quickly, only to pause at the last line. Who's this Dark Lord person? I thought we were looking for Hans. Who's the Dark Lord? You hear Joan heave a sigh behind you. I think it's Hans. She rubs her temples. You can just go ahead and ignore that. Yeah, that's a problem. Hans changes his alter ego name every week or so eventually you get used to it. Right. Wait a second. The witch snaps her fingers in realization and a nearby bottle explodes. You immediately duck down. Whoa! Oh my gosh, my bad. Buddy dusts off a couple of glass shards and you stagger back. Joan clears her throat. Anyways, what I was going to say was, since we no longer have to look for Hans, excuse me, why don't you take time to hang out with your investigative partner? Is it daytime now? Initially, the two, well, no, three of you, weren't sure where to start. Siba flat out had the mentality of a puppy, while Marrow just wants to stay inside and read. That's funny. Instead of a mutual agreement for an activity, what really happened was something along the lines of, well, Chaos caused by Siva, specifically. Oh my goodness. You were kind of worn out, so you decided to side with Meryl on going somewhere. Quiet to wind down for a bit, but Siva had the exact opposite intentions. He, for who knows for what reason, thought you were playing an extreme version of hide and seek. So, he would jump out of any possible area to jump scare you and Meryl. Oh my goodness. Are you tired currently? Very clearly. However, you count it every time Siva would startle you. And intend to pay back said amount in full. That being said, at some point later on, you managed to work up enough motivation to challenge Siva to several races while Meryl kept track of time. You might have lost every round because you're only human, but that rush of adrenaline sure picked you up. The three of you felt tired and accomplished in a way after non-stop running and chasing. You can feel that your bond strengthen through the power of investigation of exercise. You both received a text from Jones saying that Buddy conveyed a number of Han's messages. You wonder what it was about. Turns out, stranger who found me is very beautiful and way out of my league. Please find my head faster. I look lame with them carrying me. Dark Lord with a date. Okay. Buddy is waiting at the dining table once more, and you take a seat preemptively. You look down to read Hans' new message, and Hans bragging about his date is somehow extremely irritating. Yeah, because we're single. Joan apparently shares the same sentiment since she has a pinned expression on her face. Ugh. She's like, why don't I get a date? Must be nice. Oh, that's funny. Good for him. She totally wishes it was her, though. Her voice is extremely monotone. She's jelly. Somehow the idea of Hans, of all people, managing to land a date. Good for him. I know everyone's jelly. Joan tucks a strand of hair behind her ear. Well, I'm incredibly sorry to say that you'll have to actually investigate now that Hans is, you know. Oh, that's completely fine. It is what I'm here for to do, after all. Although, just curious. When do you think of a possible date location in the mansion? Wait a minute. When you think of a possible date location in the mansion, what comes to mind? Dating, huh? Maybe try the patio? It seems like the kind of romantic spot. You hear the kitchen door softly creak open. Sorry to eavesdrop, but were the two of you discussing visiting the patio? Ah, yes. It appears that, against all odds, Hans landed the date and wants us to help find him again. Hans? On a date? What? Merho's arm falls off purely out of shock, and the skeleton awkwardly crouches down to reattach it. Sorry for that, reaction. But I initially meant to say what I was heading to the patio myself for some reading. Basically, I wouldn't mind walking you over and helping out with. Ah, I caught you. Yes, you did. Good job, Siva. I like Siva. I was just talking to Throwback Gaming here, though. Do you mind if we play some other time? Oh, what are you guys planning? Siva's sharp eyes flicked down towards the books Mira was carrying and then back. Siva whined softly as his ears drooped down. You guys were planning to go on the patio without me? What? Of course not. It was a surprise. This explanation seems to satisfy Siva, and Miro discreetly lets out a sigh of relief. You were going to check with Joan if you should stick to your investigative partner when searching around the mansion, but she seems to have lost interest and is quietly sleeping in the corner. That's funny. So we're stuck with these guys, which is fine. It's an interesting group. But we're going to stop here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel so no videos come out. And I'll see you next time when we go investigate the patio. But until then, peace out, everybody.